You're on a call, mid-sentence, and their face just stops. Frozen, a smear of blocks or a still frame locked in place. But the voice keeps going, clear as ever, cheerfully narrating a picture that died 10 seconds ago. Same call, same connection, the sound made it through and the picture didn't. So why is it always the video that freezes while the audio sails right on? And the strangest part, your call isn't failing, it's making a choice. Start with what a call actually is. It feels like a smooth stream of motion piped straight to your screen, but there's no stream in there at all. It's thousands of tiny packets a second, each one a sliver of sound or a scrap of image, each finding its own way across the internet. And the internet makes no promises. It's a best effort system. It will try to carry every packet in order and on time, and it guarantees exactly none of that. Packets get lost. They take slow detours. They arrive out of order or never at all. On a web page, you never notice because the page can wait a heartbeat and stitch itself back together. But a live call doesn't have a heartbeat to spare. So what does it do when a piece goes missing? There are two ways to handle a missing piece. The first is what your web page does. Notice the gap, ask the sender to repeat it, and wait. Hold everything until the missing packet arrives. That's the reliable delivery your very first connection is built on. It's perfect. And it's exactly what a live call cannot afford. Because asking again and waiting for that packet to cross the world and come back takes time, and a conversation runs on a brutal clock. Past about 150 milliseconds of delay, people start talking over each other, and the call stops feeling live. A resent packet arrives long after that window slams shut, correct and completely useless. So a live call takes the other way. It doesn't ask and it doesn't wait. It sends each packet once, and whatever gets lost stays lost, which leaves a problem. If it just shrugs off the loss, why doesn't the sound fall apart too? This is why the sound survives. The voice is cheap. A modern codec squeezes clear speech into a few dozen kilobits a second, chopped into tiny packets, about 20 milliseconds of sound each, a fraction of the time it takes you to blink. And each packet is nearly self-contained, a little complete thought. Lose one, and the decoder looks at the sound just before the gap and builds a plausible bridge across it. It's called packet loss concealment, and your ear glides right over a hole that was never filled with real data. One lost packet is a flicker you will never catch. Video gets no such mercy. Lose a single packet and the picture can collapse for seconds. Why is the image so much more fragile than the sound? Because video pulls off a trick to fit down the same pipe, and that trick is what makes it fragile. Sending a fresh, full picture 30 times a second would take a fire hose of data. The video already wants something like 30 times more than the voice, so it cheats. Every so often it sends one complete image, a keyframe, and then it stops sending pictures. Instead, it sends only the changes. This corner moved, that block got brighter, everything else same as before. Frame after frame of nothing but differences, each one tiny, because most of any moment looks almost exactly like the moment before it. But look what that costs. Every delta frame is built on the frame before it, which was built on the one before that. A long chain, all of it leaning back on a single keyframe. So what happens when one link in that chain simply goes missing? Then the damage doesn't stay put, it spreads. lose a packet from a frame that others are leaning on, and every frame stacked above it is now building on a wreck. The corruption compounds down the chain. The smear, the blocks, the melting face you know too well. Eventually, the decoder gives up guessing and just freezes. It holds the last clean frame it had and waits. Waits for what? A fresh keyframe, a brand new complete picture to start the chain over. And the cruel part, it can't make one itself. It has to send a request all the way back to the sender. I'm broken, send a new keyframe, and wait for that big, heavy, full frame to travel across the network. Every millisecond of that trip, the face stays frozen. Meanwhile, the voice, tiny, self-healing, chained to nothing, just keeps arriving. And now the real answer, the one from the very first second. When the network tightens, your call does not break at random. It triages. It's constantly measuring the road ahead, and the moment that road narrows, it decides, hundreds of times a second, something has to go overboard, and it will not be the voice. So it starves the video on purpose, drops the resolution, drops the frame rate, lets the picture freeze, and it spends everything it saves protecting the sound, even shipping a spare copy of each audio packet so a loss is repaired the instant it happens. Why so lopsided? Do the math the software is doing. The voice needs maybe 40 kilobits a second. The video wants 30, even 50 times that. When the pipe shrinks, there's only one thing big enough to throw overboard. The people who built this made a bet about you. You can keep talking to a frozen face. You cannot talk through broken sound. So look at that frozen face again, still talking cheerfully over a picture that stopped 10 seconds ago. That isn't your call falling apart, it's your call working exactly as designed. In the half second the network wobbled, a triage ran. The video, huge, fragile, every frame chained to the last, was thrown overboard to buy time. The voice, small, self-contained, rebuilt packet by packet, was carried through no matter what. The freeze was never the problem, it was the rescue. Every call you've ever been on makes that same choice, hundreds of times a second. When it can only save one, it saves the one you're actually talking through.
Everything you just figured out rests on something deeper, and that's the next video, so start there. Would you rather understand your computer than just use it? Then subscribe, and I'll see you next time, further down the stack.